Hi Kai-Ibigans, I'm Kai Briones, and thank you so much for joining me in today's video where I will be reviewing the Tesla Model Y 7-seater. Let's get to it. In early 2021, Tesla released the Model Y with 7 seats. So we jumped into that opportunity, ordered our own so that we can make sure our whole family can enjoy this car. We ordered our car over the internet because when we test drove the car, it was months before the release of the 7 seats. So we got really lazy to go back and order it in person. But the good thing about Tesla, it's very easy to order the car online, where you just go on their website and then you pick all the features that you want. Colors, exterior colors, interior colors, the kind of motor that you want. You put in your credit card, you put down $100, and then your order goes through. Right now it looks like for a 7-seat it will take 9 to 13 weeks. When we ordered ours back in March, it took about 4 weeks for it to be delivered, and it was amazing because it was a no contact delivery. They drove the car into our driveway, we got home, and our car is there. So the delivery and the ordering process was very, very easy, and we never really had a problem with it. One of the main reasons that we got this car is the ability to have 7 seats. And when we can travel with people again, which actually we will be traveling this weekend with 6 people and 3 dogs, so watch out for that video. We want to make sure that we have enough space for everybody. We were told that the back seat or the 3rd row should fit people that is 5'5" and under comfortably. I'm gonna go back there and I will test it for ya. This is probably the 2nd time I'm going back there. The first time was when we test drove the car. So let's see how this goes. First things first, you have to move the seat forward. Press this little button and it will pop up. I'm going to show you the space between the seats if we don't move the seats forward. Right now that seat is all the way back, and you can see there's about 2 inches of space, maybe an inch. So definitely if you're gonna have people back here, we need to move the seats a little forward to give them some space. Here we go. Ah! My shoes! I made it in. I am now, so I have about this much space. I'm gonna pull this back towards me. Ah! How do you do that? That was a little violent. All right, so I'm 5'5". It is not that comfortable. My head is hitting. My knees, surprisingly, I'm gonna use my phone for this one. My knees, surprisingly, are not hitting, maybe you can see that. My knees are not hitting the back of the seat. This one, if this can move a little bit forward, I will have more space. But definitely while I'm sitting back here, it's the head thing. The legs, I'm okay. The head, I'm hitting the tops. Just a comparison of the space between the 3rd row and the 2nd row. I have this much space, and the 2nd row will have a little bigger space than back here. But we'll ask the people that will be sitting here when we go to Palm Springs to see how they feel. But it is definitely very cozy back here and a bit crowded. But it's nice to have the option to have the 3rd row when you have someone when you have 7 people riding the car. All right, I'm getting out of here. One of the coolest things about Tesla Model Y and all the Tesla cars are the driver profile. One of the things that I love about it. Currently, if you look at this screen, it has John's name on it because his phone was connected to this key card. Sometimes it will automatically choose our profile, and sometimes you have to manually do it. And when you do, you just have to click that. I'm gonna click my name, and my whole setup that I pre-programmed will come to life. And now I'm ready to drive. The only thing I have to adjust manually are the rear view mirrors. Unfortunately, Tesla said this is the only thing that is not automatic, but also it's the only time that you have to check yourself out in the mirror. Looking good. One of my favorite things from this car, also coming from a 2010 Honda CR-V, we didn't have cameras in that car. So the cool thing about this car are all the cameras, and you can turn on the cameras while you're driving, but just by pushing this button right here. I also like the sensors because when we're parking, at least I know how far I have from the wall. I also know how far I have from the back and the sides of the car, so it can guide me and make sure that I don't hit anything while I'm parking or while I'm driving. One of my other favorite things about this car are the seat warmers. So we have seat warmers to get to the seat warmers, you just have to go right here, and I can control all the seat warmers from the second row and the front row. I can turn on mine, I can turn on my friends and family, and that is super cool. Next, I want to talk about the AC in the car. Right now, I have it at manual at 68 degrees. I can also do it at auto, so the car will adjust the fan. It's a little warm in the car, so it's adjusting the fan. I can schedule it. Also, when we have the dogs in here and we have to park and run in and we can't bring them in, there is a dog option. It will show that the car is on and what the temperature is inside the car, and I will show that right here. You can also do camp so that when you are camping inside the car, the AC will keep on until the battery reaches 20%, and then the AC will turn off. From here, I can move the air that's coming out of this vent side to side, up and down, so it's very easy to use. I can also turn on the top vent and also defeat all in this area. I can also adjust the same right here for the passenger seat. But we just like the middle one that feels comfortable for us. And also, which I didn't know this, was you have to turn on the rear AC right here. And it doesn't automatically turn on when people are in the back, but you just have to click here and it will turn on, and it will adjust to the temperature that we set in front. Another cool thing about the AC in this car is if I'm the only one inside the car, if you look here, my air is the only one that's turned on. The passenger seat is off, and that is pretty amazing. I have a very big hydro flask bottle, and I've always had a problem on where to put this thing when I'm driving. The Tesla has an amazing storage right here. I do have a hand sanitizer in there, but it's so deep that I can put my hydro flask in there, push this little thing on, and it will secure my hydro flask so that when I'm driving, it's not moving around. There is another storage area back here. It's pretty deep. And this is a tray. I've seen people with trays in this storage, but unfortunately with ours, they don't have it. There is also a lighter. What do you call this? There's also a lighter here, or a charger if you need it, but we haven't really needed that. That's because this little area right here can charge your phone. If you just put it on, it is getting charged. If you don't want to charge your phone on here, because I get it, sometimes you want to be able to use your phone while it's charging. So rather than putting it here,
there are two little ports right here. I don't know if you can see it.
Where you can plug in and use your phone while it's charging. For the driver, I believe these seats are very comfortable. You can move them up and down, just like that, back and forth, up and down this way. I don't know what this is for. The lumbar support? Anyway, these seats are very comfortable, especially for long drives. I love sitting here. I feel secure and it's very nice. I am not one to like leather seats, and this one is actually very comfortable because it doesn't really stick on your skin. So I like these seats very much. It's also cool that the steering wheel can go in and out, up and down. So I can go move it up, I can move it down, I can move it in, and I can move it out. Once you get the car comes with this little credit card which functions as your key. All you have to do is walk up to the car, tap it right here, and it will unlock the car. And now you're ready to go. But after you buy the car, you can set up your phone as your key. Now that I have my phone set up to be my key, all I have to do is walk up to the car. It will sense that I have my phone with me, and then I can open the car and get in without using any keys. We've also had the walk-away lock set up so that the moment I walk away from the car, if I'm in a good enough distance, it will lock the car automatically.
Let's talk about the pros and cons of this car. Let's start with pros. The first pro is having keyless entry, where I only need my phone to start the car and enter the car, and off we go. The second pro, as I mentioned before, are the cameras and sensors. Here you see us parking into our garage, where we get alerted on how close we are to the walls and any objects in front of the car, to the side of the car and back of the car, as well as using the cameras to make sure that we are in the garage and not hitting anything. My next pro is the AC control. I love how it's very much like an iPhone and you can move the air around. It's so cool. And I also love the heated seats and steering wheel warmers. You never know that you needed the warmers until it's a very cold day in San Francisco in June. So I love that feature. The driver profile is one of my favorite things because it senses that I am in the driver's seat and it changes to my preference without me initiating anything. The autopilot, another favorite of mine. If used correctly, it's so helpful when you have a long drive back home at the end of a very long day. The next pro is the app control, where we are able to control our climate in the car through an app, when especially helpful when it's a hot day and we have a few minutes before we get into the car, we start the AC, or when it's a cold day and you can start the heater. We can also access all the heated seats and the steering wheel, except for that third row that's not really functioning. I don't know why it's there. But other controls that we can do is we can vent the car. You can see all the different ways that we can use the app to control the car from a distance, which is very helpful. The last pro that I will be discussing is the storage. There's so much storage option in this car, from the back seat to the trunk. When the seats are folded, there are more options. We also have the frunk for more storage. Now to the things I wish are different. First, I wish that the backseat passengers have control of their own temperature and the third row doesn't have any AC vents. The next con, something Tesla can definitely improve on, is the streaming service that's included in the car. When you search for an album, you totally expect to listen to songs within that album, but there are different songs and different kind of random artists that goes into that album. As you can see here, I wanted to listen to Greatest Showman, but if I click next, Snoop Dogg comes up, and then I click next, and then another song from Greatest Showman shows up. This definitely can improve. The last thing that I was a bit disappointed about was not being able to download dash cam footage. I wish that we can just download it directly into a different device rather than getting a thumb drive.
That is my review of the Tesla Model Y. We do love this car. We love driving it. We love taking it everywhere with us. So I hope that you like this video. If you do, please give it a thumbs up. Hit that subscribe button and notification bell so you get notified every time I post a video. And I will see you next time. Bye!